I got paid $1,750 for one UGC video that took me about 3 hours to create. And in this video, I'm gonna break down everything. The video itself, how I communicated with the brand to position my value, the pricing structure, and the real reason they were willing to pay me that much. Hi, I'm Sydney. I'm a professional UGC creator, and I have helped over 100 women become professional UGC creators. Most beginners settle for gifted collaborations or low-paying jobs, but the truth is that there are brands out there that are paying 4 figures for one single UGC video. So in this breakdown, I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it and how you can do it too. So this brand deal actually came to me in an inbound. You can see the email right here. That means that this brand reached out to me directly because they wanted to work with me and asked me if I had open availability for my UGC services. The number one question you're probably asking right now is how do you get inbounds? And that is gonna be by number one, building a personal brand on social media around being a UGC creator. And if you're like, Sydney, I don't know how to do that, start positioning yourself as an expert in the space and you will start to receive inbound brand deals, which is by far the best way to land brand deals because, I mean, they're coming to you, obviously. And this is honestly the ultimate goal for any UGC creator is to start getting inbounds and to rely solely on that. This is where most of my brand deals actually do come from. So I have started creating a brand around being a UGC creator on social media. Brands will find me on social media. You can do this again by posting your UGC examples, posting content about UGC, talking about your UGC journey and anything like that. Once they find you, they're going to shoot you an email. These typically tend to be the brands that are number one, the warmest because they're reaching out for you looking for content. And number two, have the biggest budgets because they already know they want to spend money on UGC and they already know they like you. So they're willing to spend the money that you are asking them to spend. So you can see in this email, she asked me for a rate for one video with 3 hooks and then rate for perpetual usage and raw footage. Now, let me tell you what all that means. One UGC video with 3 hooks means that there is going to be one body of the video and the hooks or the first clip that opened the video, there's going to be 3 of them that you rotate onto the same body. This is really, really valuable for brands because then they can do A/B testing, meaning they can test the same body with 3 different hooks and they can figure out which hook gets them the best click-through rate, the best retention, the best stop rate, thumb stop rate. So this in itself is extremely valuable for brands. The second thing they're asking for is perpetual usage rights. Now, perpetual usage rights mean that they want the rights to use this content in their advertisements and on their organic feeds forever. That's what perpetual means, forever. This is something that you want to be very cautious with giving away completely, especially if they are not offering to pay for it. Perpetual usage rights are extremely valuable to a brand and they are also extremely valuable to the creator because if you give away your perpetual usage rights, that means that your face, your likelihood can be associated with this brand forever. Whether they have a scandal 5 years down the line, whether you're no longer aligned with this brand, they still have the rights to use your advertisements. So with that being said, again, this is very valuable for brands. So you want to make sure that they are paying for it. And then the third thing that they ask for is raw footage. This is going to be all the raw footage that you take of the video when you're filming. Yes, this means everything that's uncut. This means everything where you mess up and you cuss at the camera. This means everything where you are fumbling around trying to get the product to sit up right or trying to get whatever. This is going to be all of the footage and behind the scenes, everything that you take, right? Again, very, very valuable for brands. Now, side note, don't let brands discredit you on this. Some brands will pretend like this is not valuable and like they're doing you a favor because they want you to give them raw footage without you having to edit. This brand specifically was not like that. But some brands will ask for raw footage and they'll position it as, well, we'll do the editing, so it's not as hard for you to do. Don't let them fool you. Raw footage is so valuable because they can use it in a bunch of different advertisements. They can start using this and editing it however they want, and they can kind of feed yourself into maybe a montage of lots of UGC creators. It's very valuable. So you want to make sure that a brand is paying for all of this, okay? So that was the 3 things that they asked for. Now, they did state clearly, just to clarify, we only pay for usage and raw footage if we move forward with the assets after seeing the final content. So they're going to pay for the content and then decide afterwards if they like it enough to pay for the usage in perpetuity and the raw footage. So my response, thank you so much for reaching out with this content opportunity. This sounds like fun and I would be happy to support your upcoming UGC campaign. My rates for UGC start at $500, which includes, now this is key, which includes 1 UGC video, organic rights in perpetuity, be 3 hooks and 1 revision request. Now, you want to make sure that you're always telling them what is included, even if it's just 1 UGC video, full scripting and editing, organic rights in perpetuity. I do give away organic rights in perpetuity in my base rates, and 1 revision request. But listing it out in bullet points so that a brand understands what they're getting for that price is going to make it easier for them to digest what you are saying. Additional charges that you asked for, raw footage is $250. So if I am sending the brand an edited version of the video, that is going to be my base price. My raw footage is going to be 50% of the base price. Now, if I was just sending the brand just raw footage, not editing, that would cost the entire base price. Does that make sense? So an edited version plus raw footage is going to end up being $750 together, and just raw footage would have been $500. Hopefully we're following along still. Perpetual ad usage rights, $1,000. This content brief and script looks really good. They had sent over a content brief and a script in their original email as well. This content brief and script looks really well thought out and thorough, so thank you for that. What would next steps be to move forward? Looking forward to working together. When you are communicating with a brand, you always want to end in a question. What would the next steps be to move forward? You're already assuming that they're going to work with you. You're assuming that they're going to say yes. You're assuming that you've already booked the deal. It's confident, it's spicy, we love it. Always do that. So after I sent my rates over to her, she said she would run the rates by the team and she would get back to me. This is where some people start to get a little nervous. They start to question their rates. Oh my gosh, did I say too much? No, hold firm. Thank you so much, Samantha. I cannot wait to hear from you. The next day, she emailed me back and she sent over the contract, the brand brief, and the full script. You can see right here, they had already planned out every single line, every single shot that I needed to get. It was all planned out for me, which makes my life easier. That's typically a step that I would take where I do full creative planning, scripting, and all of that. That usually would take me about an hour, and they saved me an hour on this collaboration. Now, if you're super interested in becoming a professional UGC creator and you want to make a true career out of this, you want to learn these techniques, you want to learn these tactics, you want to learn how to make really good videos and make 4 figures for one video, my team and I work one-on-one with people that are looking to become UGC creators. If that's you, click the link in the description below and book a call with my team so that we can go over those options for you. We agreed on everything. I signed the contract and then they sent out the product. I got the product on July 28th. At the time, I was living at my mom's house just because our house was getting renovated and we couldn't live here. So I ended up getting an Airbnb. My mom lives in an old home that was built in the 1800s. The walls are like a million miles thick and the lighting's not great. And she loves to collect and have antiques and stuff like that. And I just really like to have plain, simple backgrounds, especially in the background of a brand deal. So I went and rented an Airbnb so that I could get this content filmed and also content that I had for a couple other brand deals at the time. And let me tell you, this script was extensive. It was long and there was a lot of different shot changes, but it only took me about an hour and a half to film total. So that was really good. Only an hour and a half invested so far besides the negotiation period. After all the filming was done, I went and sent all of the footage over to my editor. Now, this is something that I have now invested in as a professional UGC creator. But when I first started, I was doing all of my editing. A project like this would probably take me around an hour and a half to edit, maybe less. So that's why I say about 3 hours invested time in this project. An hour and a half to film and about an hour and a half to edit. On August 1st, I turned in the content to the brand. I sent it over in a Google Drive and asked them for any feedback that they had. On August 5th, now this is something that hurt my ego a little bit because I never have revision requests, but on August 5th, they sent me back a detailed brief on all the revisions that they wanted me to make, which include refilms. Now, typically, I do not include refilms in my revisions. A revision is only a re-editing. It's not going back and refilming, but I just had a feeling that I should just move forward with it. Unfortunately, at the time, I was no longer at the Airbnb, so I did explain to her my situation. I said, hey, I can do the refilming. I just want to be super transparent about my situation. I've been living at my parents' house, which is 100,000 bazillion% impossible for shooting content, especially with these specifications that you made, while I've been waiting for my house renovations to be done. I got an Airbnb to do the filming and no longer have access to that setup that is shown in the videos. She did request in the feedback specific setups and I was not able to deliver that. However, I am moving into my home on Saturday and could work on these adjustments early next week. Would that work? She was a little bit nervous about the location change. She wanted the location to be the same. I totally get it. She had a setup that she liked in the video that I had used in the Airbnb. And so I told her I would do my best to make sure that it all flowed properly, but she said that was fine. So I reshot the content. We got that re-edited and then I delivered that on August 13th. Now this is the video video that I turned in. If you want your content to look really crisp on camera, that means you need a soft, flattering light. And if you're filming indoors, that usually means a softbox. And let's be real, who has the space for that kind of setup? I've tried so many different kinds of lighting setups and they're all either too bulky or not soft enough. Then I stumbled across this dual glow anchor lamp from Genie on Space. What makes it different is that you get the same soft light that you would get from a softbox, but in this ridiculously compact size. And the clamp means that I can attach it to the side of my desk, dining table, dresser, wherever I need to film, but without taking up loads of space. What's really cool is the LEDs all around the edge, which evenly diffuse the light. Honestly, super fun, super dynamic. And here are the other two hooks that go on the beginning of this video. Hook number one, it may look like I'm filming in a studio, but this is actually my kitchen with the right lighting. If you want your content to look really crisp on camera, hook number two, okay, between these two shots, I want you to guess which one is 4K and which one is 720p. And hook number three, people keep asking what camera I'm using. Spoiler alert, it's not the camera, it's the light. Overall, it was such a fun video to do. I love the dynamic shots. I love the creativity. I love that you're jumping around. It's super engaging. So I was really, really proud of this. And on August 18th, she approved those and asked me for my invoice. So I did send over my invoice for that $500 for that one video with 3 hooks. And then on August 21st, she sent me this message. Sydney, I spoke with the team and we'd like to purchase the add-ons we discussed previously. Could you please update your invoice to include the following: $500 for the video, $250 for raw footage, and $1,000 for perpetual paid ad usage rights. It should be $1,750 in total. Thank you so much. For one video, friends. For one video. So I sent over the updated invoice and I received my payment the very, very next day. Once I received the payment, I let her know that I had received it. I updated the drive with all of that raw footage so that she now had all of that footage as well. And then I received this email. Thanks so much. You have been so wonderful to work with. So I'm sure we'll have another collaboration opportunity for you here in the future. Which, if that wasn't good enough, you have to wait just one more second. My biggest goal as a UGC creator is to create repetitive income. I want to work with the same brands over and over and over and over and over again. Number one, because if you learn a product or you learn a brand inside and out, it makes the videos so much easier to do. Number two, they were super smooth, super easy to work with, and I loved working with them, so I would love to work with them again. And number three, it creates a lot more stable income. It's way easier to work with the same brand over and over and over and over and over again than it is to find new brands every single month that are going to work with you and pay your rates. Now, if that wasn't good enough, I received this email the next day. Hi, Sydney, I'm Nadine. I'm reaching out on behalf of Brand, also the co-founder of Brand you just worked with. He loved your ad and would love for you to create UGC for this product. We'd love for you to create a video on this script with 3 hooks and these content guidelines in mind. It would be fully edited videos. Can you please let me know your rates that would be? Okay, so not only do they want to work with me again for this product, but their CEO has also referred me to work together on another product where same payment structure, they're going to pay for the video, and if they decide to use the perpetual usage and the raw footage, they will pay for that as well. Now, why are brands willing to pay me this much for one UGC video? A few reasons. If I had written the script, I would tell you it's because I write really good scripts that are great for marketing, great for sales. They use high retention techniques and are super, super strategic for getting a viewer to not only click on the video, watch the video, but also transform into a customer. But I didn't write this. So what I'll tell you on this one is, number one, being super, super easy to work with is going to be key for this. You want to make sure that you're accommodating without losing your boundaries, but still making sure that there's a little give and take here, right? If you want a brand to pay you these rates of $1,750 for one video, 3 hours of work, okay, fine. With the refilming, it may have been 4 hours of work. Then you have to be willing to give a little when they ask you to do some of these refilmings or revisions. The second thing is obviously turning in really, really good quality work. I always make sure to have really great lighting, to use a microphone, to make sure that my transitions are smooth, to make sure my sound effects are smooth, to make sure that my words look good on the screen. These are all things that are super important to having a video be fully ready. You want the brand to be able to take that video and post it directly to their page and not have to make any changes or adjustments. And number three, this is building the skill of becoming a UGC creator and also building the skill of building your own personal brand around being a UGC creator. This means that if you go and look at my social media or my portfolio, it's very clear that number one, I know what I'm doing. Number two, they know the quality that they're going to get out proud of me. And number 3, I am an expert, which is something that you can definitely portray as well. These may not be the rates that you get paid in the beginning of your UGC career, but I can guarantee you, as you continue to grow in your career, as you continue to learn, get better, learn new marketing tactics, learn new techniques for editing, learn new techniques for retention, you will end up getting a 4-figure deal for one UGC video. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I have a free gift for you. I've created a free guide that tells you exactly how to get started as a UGC creator and land your first paid collaboration. It's linked in the description below, and I cannot wait to hear about your 4-figure brand deals that you start landing. Okay, bye, bestie.